In the game Terraria, there are 4 classes that you can play: melee, ranged, summoner, and mage. I figured that simply having 4 playstyles was too restricting, and I decided that I couldn't identify myself in one of those 4 categories. Then I realised I could simply create a new one. Instead of slashing my enemies with a sword, attacking from far away, summoning an army of imps, or using the old faithful Avada Kedavra, I decided to base my attack strategy on simply throwing objects at any one or thing that would stand in my way. Can you beat Terraria as throwing class? The rules of the challenge are as follows: no attacking with any weapon other than a throwing projectile, no hard mode, dying is fine, and I'll be playing on journey mode as farming for shurikens would be tedious and boring to watch. I named my character Chuck, which caused me to laugh for a good 2 seconds. I also named my world that, as I couldn't think of anything else. I selected Corruption as it is cooler than Crimson and I don't like spiders. I load in and begin chopping down trees for wood, and also because I want to build my house here, and I have the audacity to be in the way. Thankfully, the Lorax decided not to show up, else I'd have to kill him. I decided to explore my surroundings and find a promising looking cave that I venture down, where I find my first projectiles, a handful of shurikens. In Terraria, if you have enough of any item, you can have an infinite amount. For shurikens, you have to have at least 100 before you can duplicate them. I run out of ninja stars and decide it's a good time to return to the surface. I build a small platform to protect myself from the zombies, as I don't have any ammo or violent plants left. A demon eye knocks me off my platform as I was busy being AFK watching Shrexophone 10-hour loop on my phone. I am pestered by a flying fish and I decide to trap it in a little box, which I'm pretty sure is not RSPCA friendly, but they must be busy marching around with Greta Thunberg and a Lorax or something, as I don't get any passive aggressive phone calls. I make some wooden armour, which I really should have done earlier, and build a house. I go mining and get enough silver for a set of armour. I also finally get unlimited shurikens and also grenades, which qualify as a usable weapon. I first think about getting lenses to summon the Eye of Cthulhu, but decide to skip forward to the Eater of Worlds instead, as killing a load of demon eyes takes way too long. I travel to the Corruption and destroy 3 shadow orbs to begin the boss fight. I easily defeat it using the power of explosions and ninja stars. I then get shadow scale armor and tools as well. My next move is to travel to the underground jungle for the good loot and specifically Hermes boots, which allow me to run. I get killed by a boulder and return to the underground where I find a beehive. Earlier I said I came to the jungle looking for random loot. I lied. The real reason I came to the jungle was to find a beehive, which enables me to get an extremely overpowered secret weapon that will make the rest of this playthrough easy. Before I claim my prize, however, I have to defeat Barry B. Benson, which isn't too difficult even with only 5 hearts.
A few minutes later.
After I've successfully defeated the honey monster, I can finally get my hands on the extremely powerful secret weapon. You may be wondering what it is. A gun, perhaps? A lightsaber? No. Beenades. Grenades that shoot out bees. That might sound unimpressive now, but just wait till you see them in action. I summon the Eye of Cthulhu and watch as the beenades finish him off faster than you can say, "Not the bees!" Next, I fight Skeletron, which is easy with the power of God, anime, and beenades on my side. Skeletron dies and I can enter the dungeon, where I find a cobalt shield. I next decide that I am ready to descend to the underworld, aka Australia, armed with grenades full of angry bees. In the underworld I can find Hellstone, which is used to make the best armor in easy mode. The final boss of this playthrough is also in hell. To summon it, I have to throw a guide voodoo doll into lava. I mine a load of obsidian, which is needed to make hellstone bars, as well as hellstone ore itself, which is tricky as I can't stand on it and it turns to lava once it's been mined. I make hellstone armor and spend some time finding life crystals, which increases my maximum health. I make a large platform ready for the boss fight, then once I've taken all the drugs, I chuck the builder-bear into the lava. The wall of flesh appears and the beenades do their thing. Taking us out in under a minute. I successfully beat Terraria as throwing class. If you liked the video, leave a like. If you didn't like the video, re-evaluate your opinion.